Hmm. 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 Hello, welcome back. I know it's been like 12 years, but hey, I moved and I have a candle lit like a real YouTuber, so you're not allowed to be mad at me. Okay, so today I'm basically going to be doing like my everyday when I'm like really feeling like getting ready every day because I really don't do much. And for the purpose of making this video longer than a whole 2 minutes, I'm going to be doing like extra what I would do for makeup, like maybe if I was going like out or going to a party or something. So today is also a Q&A. I asked you guys in my last video to leave questions in the comments. I know that was like 2 months ago, but I have almost 200 subscribers now, and I have one video up, which is pretty crazy to me that you guys just like believe in me when I haven't done anything. It also makes me very anxious and makes me feel like I have to impress you, so hopefully I can do that. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with, I guess, my base that I normally do. So I actually mix a few things because I am a Samantha Ravndal stan. So most of my foundations that I have are way too light for me. Not really too light for me, just they match me and I want to look darker. So this is the one that I have right now. It's not my favorite foundation in the world. My favorite, I would have to say, is probably the YSL All-in-One Glow, the one that Thomas talks about all the time because I recommended that one to him. This one though, it's really cute, it's really glowy, it's really dewy. I don't like that much coverage though, even though it's like a medium coverage. I'm a glowy chapstick and mascara bitch. Not even mascara. I'm gonna do bronzer and eyebrows and that's it. Actually, I do enjoy doing pretty crazy editorial looks too, but for everyday or how I rate products is probably not the same way most people do. So I really like my skin to look really natural, really fresh, really kind of like dewy and glowy, kind of look like I've been sweating all day, even though I live in the Midwest and it was literally colder than Antarctica yesterday. So I'm in the shade Vanilla in this guy. It is a little neutral on me. So I just take like an amount like that, and then I actually take my Smashbox primerizer. I love this stuff. If you have dry skin and you don't like wearing primers, but you feel like you need something like before your makeup that's not like a thick moisturizer, Smashbox primerizer. You can also use it to mix with your foundations and as a primer. Oh, and also I mix this with my moisturizers that are too thick and that I want to spread better. Like, it's just like one of my favorite products. The only thing is just that it's so expensive. I mean, it's not terribly expensive, but I'm broke, so I'm looking for an alternative. If any of you guys know, please comment below because I've been on the hunt. As you can see, it's like literally empty. Sorry if I'm looking like over there a bunch too. That's where my monitor is and I can't help but stare at myself. So I'm just going to kind of mix the two together with the end of my brush like this until it looks essentially like this. Like the Glossier Skin Tint or like MAC Next to Nothing Foundation or like Makeup Forever Water Blend is very close in consistency to this. This I just feel goes on really smooth. I think it probably has to do with the primerizer that I'm mixing into it. I feel like it helps the makeup go on really smooth and then it doesn't wear off or crease. And I don't set my makeup with powder. Spoiler alert, but it stays. As you can see on camera, it really isn't doing much, which is okay. That's what I want it to do. I am gonna focus a little bit more of the product on my cheeks, just because I do tend to break out right in here a little bit. Okay, and then I feel like this just helps my skin look a lot more even without looking like I'm wearing anything on it. But I did lie to you guys. I am gonna do just a tiny bit of powder just because I don't like the center of my forehead to be shiny, just because I feel like that draws attention to my acne scars. So I am actually taking the Cover FX powder. I feel like no one talks about this enough. I want the little gray cap like this. That's so dirty, I'm so sorry. I feel like this is really, really good for dry skin. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that on like a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to put that right in here. So then I probably should get into the questions. Let me see. So the username, the random Rissa, really came through. She said, no one has asked you questions yet, so here goes it. And asked me like 5 questions. Thank you for supporting me in my craft. So there's 2 questions of hers that I am going to answer. One of them is, what's the funniest / weirdest / best thing that has happened since appearing on YouTube? So I went home for Christmas back to my hometown, which is a super small town in Wisconsin. Oh, also I'm bronzing, duh. This is the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light. It's a little bit dark for me, but that's okay. It's very, very glowy. As you can see, I'm already almost out of it. It's my favorite thing in the whole world, but this is like $50, so I'm switching to drugstore after I run out of this. Like, my little cousins or like my sister's friends in my hometown are like afraid to talk to me because they think I'm like a celebrity now or something. And it's like, I've known y'all my whole life. Like, why are you acting like I'm someone new? I'm still the same person. I'm not scary, I promise. Another thing that happened is I got offered a brand deal. Well, not really a brand deal. It was basically a company saying, like a super small like indie company telling me that they saw me in the video. They would send me their brush set for free if I like shouted them out and used it. And the brushes didn't look that nice, so I didn't do it. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys for brushes that I don't need, or in general. So then I'm also gonna take this bronzer and put it all over my neck. I can't deal with having like a tan face and then a pale neck because I just feel like that's not cute, you know? Okay, so I finished up my bronzer. On camera, it looks terrible. I really think it's my lighting. I'm using natural light right now, with like blankets draped up over my windows, so it's not too bright, but I think it's still too bright. In real life, I look good, so. Okay, so then next I am going to be, do I not know how to speak English? Putting on some blush. So I'm probably actually going to be using my Morphe 35B palette, just because my undertones on my skin are super yellow. So if I put anything like peachy or like kind of pink, it turns out like hot pink on my skin. So what I do is I go with like this bright orange right here, and then I mix it in with a little bit of this pinky nude, and it creates like the perfect kind of like nice like orangey blush shade. So I am going to grab my e.l.f. brush. It's their blush brush. Looks like this. This is my favorite brush that I own. And it's $2 or like $2 to like $5. I also use this for highlight, which I will show you a tip with that once we get there. Okay, so I'm gonna do what I already told you I was gonna do. So Rissa also asked me what it was like working at Sephora, and I watched so many videos that were kind of negative about what it was like working at Sephora, and I really just think it has to do with the drama that happens there. I absolutely loved working at Sephora. I became really good friends with my clients, which are like the customers that come in and talk to us, that would come back to see me. I had people that like made me cry because they're just like, you made me feel so beautiful, and I usually don't feel beautiful, and it just like. And yes, it's still a retail job where you're going to have the annoying customers. Plus I loved my coworkers too. My coworkers were all just amazing people. Okay, so basically for the next part, I'm going to be doing my brows. So this next question is actually from my friend Juan. He's also a YouTuber. Just getting started out, he grew up in my hometown with me. Basically he just asked me what advice I would give to people who are starting out in makeup. And really the only thing I can say is practice. Something that I did, when I first got into makeup, I was really into like super like crazy makeup. Basically what I did before I like took a shower, before I went to bed, or before I washed my face before bed, I would just do this like crazy look and try new products, try new techniques, and just like trying super crazy stuff, because either it's gonna look super fantastic and then you have a picture to post on Instagram, or it's gonna look absolutely terrible, and who cares? You practiced and you learned from it, and now you're getting in the shower and then going to bed. So our next question actually comes from my friend Alyssa. She is asking what I'm in school for. Right now I'm actually an art major, but I'm planning on transferring to a different school for fashion design. But we'll see if that changes. I'm actually 22 years old. I went to college for like a semester. After I graduated, I hated it because I didn't know what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, and I didn't really know myself enough. But basically the advice that I give to people in high school right now, or my sister, is like, if you know what you want to do with your life, go into college right away. Adults always say it's so hard to go back into school again after you quit, and yes, that's true, but if you find something that you're really passionate about, then that'll be enough motivation for you to go back. Okay, so I'm just kind of taking the product off on the back of my hand with my brush, mainly just because dip brow is so intense, and my eyebrows aren't that dark, so I don't want to make them look too intense. So I like to kind of keep the bottom of my eyebrows straight, so I'm going to start back here and just kind of fill them in. And then really create like a sharp tail like that, because that's what I like. I am Anastasia loyal. What can I say? They just make the best products. So I'm going to use their clear brow gel. That's essentially where I want my eyebrow to be laid down. So then I am going to use the Guinea Brow from Benefit. I actually just use it in the very front of my eyebrow. So that's typically what I do. I'm gonna do the other brow off camera and I will be right back. Okay guys, so my brows are done. I actually asked my Instagram followers. Also follow me on Instagram if you want to. I post really cute pictures. I'll link it down below. But I asked my Instagram followers to ask me questions just right now in my like Instagram stories thing. So I have a few different questions I can answer. I don't really do anything else for my makeup, but for the point of answering a few more questions and then also creating content, I'm going to do just like a little bit more. Okay, so Jennifer asked me, who do you stan and why? Oh, also I'm putting on highlight. I'm using my e.l.f. blush brush. I feel like since this brush isn't super dense, it helps distribute the highlight and just kind of gives you like a really natural glow. So this is the Fenty highlight in the shade Mean Money and Hustla Baby. Obviously, I have used a lot of this. Honestly, I just take my brush and I mix them together. But back to Jennifer's question. So YouTubers that I watch Samantha Ravindal. She's my favorite YouTuber. Honestly, I just feel like she's so wise and so like sarcastic and funny. Raw Beauty Christie, I watch her. Danny Gonzalez, he used to be a Viner and now he makes really funny like reaction videos. We love Ariana Grande. She's going through a lot right now. Please stan her. Stevie Nicks, Kali Uchis. I'm trying to think of ones that aren't like mainstream artists that I listen to. Lizzo. Oh my god, I love her so much. She's actually from Minneapolis, which is where I live now. Someone else, their username is hsulcia, S-U-L-C-I-A. I'm very white, so I grew up without culture, so I don't know how to pronounce things. So I apologize. She asked me if this is my natural hair. The answer is yes. After I get out of the shower, I use like cream and like leave-in conditioner spray and stuff like that. If you guys would be interested in like a skincare, hair care, like what I use kind of video, because I have just been obsessed with like skincare recently. And also like drugstore skincare, because I feel like I didn't really do a lot of skincare before I worked at Sephora. And then I feel like while I was working at Sephora, so many drugstore brands came out with like moisturizers and toners and eye creams and like all this stuff that I have never really gotten a chance to try. But I've been trying a lot of drugstore skincare now, and it's really nice actually. So if you'd be interested in a video talking about like my favorite skincare hair care products, I would love to do that. Leave a thumbs up or something. Okay, so basically I am going to take the 35V. She's cute, dude. She's cute. I like all of these colors over here are like the colors that I love. So I'm probably going to do like the little look, like the Michael Langdon look on American Horror Story, where he just like really smokes out like right here, and it makes him look very like evil and sultry and like sexy. If you have Twitter, it's the look that every gay has been doing for the past like 2 months. So Morphe, I feel like they're hyped up quite a bit. I feel like their quality is decent, which means their quality is good for their price. So basically I'm just gonna try to go into like this one right here. Maybe that's too dark. No, it's not too dark. So I am going to just kind of run that through my crease, but I'm really gonna keep it focused like right in here where my little tear duct is. How do people do makeup without making a weird face? When I'm doing my eyeshadow, I'm like, and that's not cute. That's not cute for YouTube. I want to look cute for YouTube. Okay, so then I'm gonna take my Morphe M432. Basically, it's just like it's like a little flat guy. If you're wondering, are all of your brushes dirty? Yes. Okay, so then I'm gonna take the color that's right underneath it. It's like a really dark brown with like a hint of purple in it. And I'm going to use this to line my tear duct. And this will really add the intensity. Ow. What is happening? Why does this look so bad? I've done this before and it looked good. So I took that off. It did not look good. I mean, it didn't look terrible in real life, but on camera it looked bad, so I just didn't like it that much. So I retouched up my like foundation to make sure that I had it on my eyes, and it kind of like caked up along here where I had like my highlight and blush. If you came to my channel thinking that I was good at makeup, you should probably leave or stay. My makeup talent? Slightly. If I get killed, it's on camera. Okay, so my mirror isn't installed on my wall yet, so it fell. So basically what I'm gonna do is something else that I know looks decent on me at least. Basically, I'm just going to take, it's like a tapered crease brush, looks like this. I'm gonna take my bronzer that I used on my face, and I'm just gonna run it through my crease. Adds a little bit of color to make it look like I tried without actually having to try. And then I'm gonna take the highlight that I used on my face. I'm gonna take the more intense one, and I'm actually just gonna pat that kind of on my inner corner. Cute. Okay, sorry, I'm still like shook. Oh my god, my under eyes look so bad. Oh, I don't look good. Okay, and then I guess we're almost done. I just put like a little bit of lip gloss kind of on the outside of my lips just to add some color to them because they're pretty pale. So I have the Fenty gloss. This is the original one in shade Fenty Glow. This is my favorite lip gloss in the whole world. It has shea butter in it, so it is very hydrating. However, she just came out with that new pink one, and I tried it on in store and it looked perfect. Usually I don't go for pinks because I feel like they look too intense on me. Cute. Okay, so I think that is it. Okay, so I think next I'm gonna do like an apartment tour to show you guys around. I spent a lot of time decorating and I really like it. It's really cute. I'll do a skincare video too if you guys want me to. I'm just really excited to start my channel. There's a lot of trends or challenges that I myself have watched, like no mirror makeup challenge, no brushes makeup challenge, that I know are like old news and not really exciting for people anymore. But they're always stuff that I wanted to try, so I think I'm going to try them, and I think it would be a lot of fun. And I just want to have fun doing this, you know? Comment down below if you guys have any video ideas for me, what you want me to do. I'll link my socials down below because that's what you're supposed to do nowadays. But yeah, subscribe if you want to. Thanks so much for watching. Okay, bye!